The 6-3, 6-2, 6-3 rout took just over 2 hours to complete as Djokovic delivered a performance for the ages that also served as a warning to the tennis world, as he chases 4 Grand Slam titles in a row when he arrives at Roland Garros in May. The Serbian world One even described the final performance as a truly perfect match while giving credit to Djokovic. Uncle Toni insisted the perceived growing gap between Novak and Nadal and Roger Federer is not that big. I think the result of the final gave the feeling of a wider distance than, in fact, there is. Toni Nadal wrote on his website, Djokovic touched perfection and Rafael was less successful than in the rest of the tournament. The reason he was less successful, Uncle Toni wrote, was the aggressive game plan he had enacted successfully against the rest of the men's field did not faze Djokovic. Nor did Djokovic allow Nadal to impose his will, as the world One struck the harder blows first on almost every point, a trend Uncle Toni picked up on as he tipped his hat to the 7-time Australian Open champion. No objection can be made to Novak Djokovic's game in yesterday's final. Rather, I congratulate him on a level of tennis that is hard to beat, he added. Novak Djokovic celebrates his win in the final. Jonathan DiMaggio, Getty Source, Getty Images. From the beginning we saw an opponent ready to attack and play at a high speed. On many occasions, a good attack from my nephew served as food for a winning return of the Serbian. I do not know if there is a possible tactic against such an inspired opponent. What was evident during the Sunday night final was Nadal, for one of the few times in his illustrious career, was at a complete loss to do anything to combat Djokovic. The aggressive game plan he had used all tournament failed him, and when he tried to use more net clearance and spin, Djokovic had an answer for that too: step in and club the ball hard. But perhaps the best response would have been to go away from the new Carlos Moya-inspired game plan. Shortening points and being more aggressive had suited Nadal throughout the tournament, but against Djokovic maybe it should have been to grind and lengthen the points whenever possible, by hitting down the center. Maybe I would have agreed to play more for the center and try longer exchanges, Uncle Toni added, before continuing to question whether that would have been enough to change the result. Whether Djokovic has now gone to another level and can maintain it throughout the season remains to be seen, but so does whether Nadal can bounce back from what was a trouncing on one of the largest stages possible. His uncle seems to think it is. Maybe Djokovic had the best day of his career on Sunday, or maybe there is more to come. Only further matchups throughout the year will tell.